Gadget Girl here today on day 70, starting out at Sugar Run Road. Just met an interesting couple. They are waiting on their daughter, Sarah Baker, who is attempting a fastest known time this year later on the Appalachian Trail. So it was interesting talking with them. Met a few other thru hikers, and I'm on my way today. 1.4 miles into today's hike, there's a place with a nice view here. It's on a little side trail you have to take. It's not marked, but if you're going this way and looking for it, it's at 1.4 miles. I've reached Doc's Knob shelter here. Very nice shelter, fabulous deck. Looks like this is the lunch spot for today. Quite the crew. Doc's Knob is not far off trail at all, so it's very easy to access. One interesting thing is the privy is actually across the Appalachian Trail from it, up a little hill there, not much of one. Also, the signage yesterday that said Doc's Knob was in 6 miles was totally wrong. It's quite a bit more than that. But anyway, that was Doc's Knob shelter. We're going to continue on. Nice campsite here. 4.4 miles into today's hike. Not quite 6 miles into today's hike, and I'm coming to a big power line. There is supposed to be a view here. Of course, it's going to be marred by a power line, but nonetheless, it looks like it's going to be pretty good. Yeah, pretty view. Overlooks the valley there. I wanted to mention that I'm very inspired. I just ran into a 75-year-old section hiker named Whisper. Really sweet lady. Out here still hiking the Appalachian Trail. These May apples are blooming with the most beautiful flowers. We also have quite a few of these today. I think these are wild phlox. I could be wrong, but they're really pretty too. Unfortunately, something has killed off a lot of the trees right here. Don't know what type they are. If they're ash, it could be the emerald ash borer. I'm not sure. Doesn't look like a fire, I don't think. Quite a few more of them up through here, so it's not just one little group. It's down through here. I am here at what's called Paris Ledges. Even nicer views into the valley. Gorgeous. Today I packed myself out a treat for lunch. It's a ham and pepperoni and provolone cheese sandwich and some potato chips. And I've got a couple of cookies I'm gonna eat. And I packed myself a Diet Pepsi. So it's a great lunch. And I decided to take that great lunch here at Paris Rocks. So this is my lunch view. The azaleas are not only blooming beautifully, they smell great as well. Quite a few of them right here in this spot. So pretty. And then there's a rhododendron in bloom. Here I'm descending down through a group of rock faces. Really different, really pretty. Little cavern back in there, maybe. The rock's pretty fractured here. Pretty cool. Here's the view from what they call Angel's Rest Rock. Very big rock here. Had to actually scramble up it a little bit to this incredible view. Down there is the New River, which actually runs northward to West Virginia, where my home is. Today is such an incredible day. Here's another example, bad example of people cutting the trail, making a shortcut instead of taking the whole trail, which leads to erosion where they cut through. There's a tower of some sort here. Looks older. I don't know if it's an old power line tower or what it is, or if it's even currently used. It's hard to view up through the trees. Anyway, kind of an interesting thing as you're hiking through the woods. After coming down through the rocks and a rocky section of trail, then there was a pretty nice section of just single path trail. And now the trail is kind of widened out into maybe an old road. So far, coming off the hill's been fairly easy in spite of a few rock steps and rocks I had to navigate through. Wasn't too bad. Should be coming into Pearisburg before too long. We're back to single trail again and a very wooded section. Seems much later in here than it really is. It's about 20 after 5, and it seems like it's getting close to like sundown here because it's so dark, but it's just because of all the shade, I guess. Again, should be getting fairly close to Pearisburg. There's some sort of very, very low power line or telephone cable or some kind of cable right here crossing the trail. Never seen one quite that low before. Very pretty purple flower getting ready to open up here. Well, this is appropriate. I just crossed here at Cross Avenue. And I'm heading down, I guess, into the woods again as I come into Pearisburg. Kind of interesting how this spider wove its web all through that little tree's branches. There's a little tree. Interesting. All right, coming out on a field here. Out on the highway. Up ahead. And then I guess we'll see where we go from there. So we came across the road here. We're heading up the Appalachian Trail, and apparently that also takes us to the Paris Cemetery. So we'll see what that's like. Pretty nice path here anyway. Let's see how it goes, how long that stays that way. Well, I guess I won't be seeing the Paris Cemetery because the trail separates off here. The Appalachian Trail goes this way. All right, I have come out on 460, which is one of the major roads through Pearisburg. And I guess I'm going to walk across this little bridge here. And then we'll figure it out from there, I guess. Anyway, this is the part of Pearisburg, I guess, that you walk through. I've walked past what appears to be a concrete company, over railroad tracks. The new river, I guess, is coming up. There's a little memorial down there that you can't see very well because of this fencing, but it says Hale's Landing right there near the river. Can't really get a good view of the river because of the fencing, but there is a sturdy barrier at least between me and the traffic whizzing by. Well, this is a little tricky. As you finish the bridge, there's a double blaze here. They're not really too much offset. Looks like one overtopped the other. But looking ahead, I didn't see any other blazes. And there is a little sidewalk of steps here. And right here painted is a single white blaze. Down there are a bunch of blazes leading in a curve. So I'm guessing that's the Appalachian Trail. I'm gonna head that way. Yep, right there's a white blaze on that post. Right beside the sign that says private property, no trespassing. So I guess walk up this road. Hopefully I'll see another blaze soon. Yep, there's a blaze on that telephone post. So I guess I keep going this way. Offsetting white blaze here. And I see a little gravel path up there. So hopefully that's where the trail turns off and we get off the highway. Sure enough, there it goes up into the woods. There's a fenced area here and you can see some gravel down below. A little bit ago I passed the landfill road where it says don't drink the water, it's not potable. Don't even filter it, don't try to drink it. So I'm assuming I'm passing what's the landfill. And that's probably the access road in where they check it. Looks like some grassy slopes over there. Maybe it's been recovered. Well, I guess it's either still in use or in the process of recovery because there's still some trashy stuff over there. But you can see there looks like some white powdery stuff over it, so not sure. Anyway, as you hike the Appalachian Trail, you will pass a landfill near Pearisburg. Another thing very noticeable around Pearisburg are the trains. I've heard several train horns go by. And you can hear the tracks too for quite some time. So it's not a quiet and peaceful hike near Pearisburg anyway. And I've made it.